The first thing that hits you is the smell. It's a pungent mix that assaults your senses, making it hard to breathe. The air is thick with the stench of decay and waste. Open sewers, burning trash. These are not just sights, they are daily realities for many. The smoke from the burning trash fills the air, creating a haze that lingers over the community. It's the smell of survival. People rummage through heaps of garbage, searching for anything of value. For them, this is a way of life, a means to get by. In many parts of the world, life is a daily struggle for the basics. Clean water is a rare commodity, and people often have to walk miles to find it. Food is not guaranteed, and many go to bed hungry. Clean water is a luxury. Food is scarce. Every drop of water is precious, and every meal is a blessing. The struggle for these essentials is a constant battle. Medicine is often out of reach. Hospitals are overcrowded and underfunded. People wait in long lines, hoping to receive the care they desperately need. Families crowd into makeshift homes. They lack proper sanitation. Disease spreads quickly. These homes offer little protection from the elements, and the risk of illness is ever present. Children, their bellies swollen from hunger, play in the dirt. They are resilient, finding joy in the simplest of things, but their bodies tell a different story. They dream of a better future. Despite their circumstances, they hold on to hope. Education is their beacon, a chance to break free from the cycle of poverty, a future that seems impossible. Many children are forced to work instead of going to school, their dreams put on hold by the harsh realities of life. This is the reality for millions. Crowded, bustling, and full of life, yet overshadowed by hardship and struggle. Every day is a fight for survival. It's a world away from the comfort many of us know. The stark contrast between wealth and poverty is a reminder of the inequalities that exist. But it's a reality we cannot ignore. There are those who dedicate their lives to making a difference, working tirelessly to bring hope and change. We must understand their struggles. Listening to their stories is the first step towards empathy and action. Their voices need to be heard. We must listen to their stories. Each story is a testament to human resilience and the unyielding spirit to overcome adversity. Together, we can make a difference.
Corruption is a disease. It eats away at the core of a society. In many developing nations, it's the root of their problems. Money intended for schools, hospitals, and infrastructure disappears. It lines the pockets of corrupt officials. This greed trickles down. It creates a system where bribery is commonplace, where justice is bought and sold. The poor suffer the most. They are denied basic services. Their voices are silenced. This corruption breeds instability. It fuels conflict and lawlessness. It creates an environment where exploitation thrives. Breaking this cycle is crucial. Transparency and accountability are essential.
Where poverty and instability reign, exploitation festers. In these harsh environments, the most vulnerable are often the first to fall prey to the cycle of exploitation. Forced labor traps vulnerable people. Children, who should be in school, are instead found working long hours in factories. Adults, desperate to provide for their families, endure unsafe conditions. Men, women, and children are forced to work in horrific conditions. Sweatshops, mines, and hazardous workplaces become their daily reality, stripping them of their dignity and health. They toil in mines, fields, and factories. From dawn till dusk, their labor is relentless, often for meager wages that barely sustain them. Their labor produces cheap goods. These goods, made under such dire circumstances, flood the global markets, often unbeknownst to the end consumers. Goods destined for global markets. The products of their suffering travel far and wide, fueling economies while the workers remain trapped in poverty. Human trafficking is another cruel reality. Individuals are deceived, coerced, and sold into modern-day slavery, their freedom stripped away. People are treated as commodities. They are bought and sold, forced into labor or sexual exploitation, living in inhumane conditions, sold into slavery, prostitution, and forced marriage. Young girls are married off against their will, and women are coerced into prostitution, their lives forever altered. The trauma they endure is unimaginable. The psychological scars run deep, and the road to recovery is long and arduous. These criminal enterprises flourish in the shadows. They operate with impunity, exploiting the weak and evading justice. Environmental destruction adds another layer of suffering. The relentless pursuit of profit leads to deforestation, pollution, and the degradation of natural resources. Forests are razed for timber and mining. Polluting industries operate unchecked, leaving a trail of environmental devastation. The land is stripped bare. Once lush and vibrant, these areas are now barren and lifeless, a stark reminder of the cost of exploitation. The people suffer the consequences. Their livelihoods are destroyed, their health jeopardized, entire communities are displaced, forced to leave their homes and start anew, often with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The human cost of these injustices is immeasurable. Generations trapped in poverty, their potential unrealized, their dreams shattered. Lack of education keeps them in a cycle of despair. Without skills or opportunities, they are easy prey for exploitation. Healthcare is a distant dream. Treatable diseases become death sentences. Malnutrition stunts bodies and minds. The psychological impact is profound. Hopelessness and despair become a way of life.
Section 5. Towards a brighter future, paths to progress. In this chapter, we explore the various avenues that can lead us towards a more equitable and prosperous future for all. Breaking this cycle of poverty and injustice is a daunting task. The challenges are immense and the obstacles seem insurmountable at times. Yet history has shown us that change is possible, but it is not insurmountable. There is hope. Solutions exist. Communities around the world have demonstrated resilience and innovation in the face of adversity, but they require a multifaceted approach. This means involving all stakeholders, from grassroots organizations to international bodies, in a concerted effort to address these issues. A global effort to tackle these complex issues. Strengthening institutions is paramount. Institutions that are robust and resilient can better serve their communities and foster sustainable development. Transparent and accountable governance is crucial. When governments operate transparently, they build trust with their citizens, which is essential for effective governance. Ending corruption at all levels is essential. Corruption undermines development and erodes public trust. It diverts resources away from those who need them most. This requires strong legal frameworks. Laws that are clear, fair, and consistently enforced can help create a just society. It demands an independent judiciary. Judges who are free from political influence can uphold the law impartially. Economic reforms are vital. They can stimulate growth and create opportunities for all. Creating fair and equitable societies is key. This means ensuring that everyone has access to the same opportunities, regardless of their background. Investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure is essential. This empowers individuals. Education opens doors to new opportunities. Healthcare ensures that people can lead healthy, productive lives. Infrastructure connects communities and facilitates economic activity. It gives them the tools to lift themselves out of poverty. Vocational training and skill development are crucial. They provide individuals with the means to improve their livelihoods and contribute to their communities. Section 6. Education, the key to empowerment. Education is the most powerful weapon. It breaks the chains of poverty. It empowers individuals. It gives them a voice. Education fosters critical thinking. It promotes tolerance and understanding. Investing in education is an investment in the future. It's an investment in a just and equitable world. Education empowers girls and women. It gives them a chance to reach their full potential. It breaks down gender barriers. It creates a more just society for all. Section 7. The role of the international community. The international community has a crucial role to play. Providing aid and development assistance is vital, but it must be targeted and effective. It must reach those who need it most. Promoting fair trade practices is essential. This empowers developing nations. It allows them to compete on a level playing field. It creates sustainable economic growth. Holding corrupt regimes accountable is paramount. Sanctions and diplomatic pressure can be effective tools. Supporting human rights defenders is crucial. Their voices must be heard. Section 8. Empowering civil society voices for change. Empowering civil society is essential. Supporting local organizations working on the ground is vital. These organizations understand the challenges firsthand. They are best positioned to implement solutions. Grassroots movements are powerful agents of change. They give a voice to the voiceless. They hold those in power accountable. They demand justice and equality. Section 9. A call to action. Our shared responsibility. We must all be part of the solution. We cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering. We all have a moral obligation to act. We can make a difference. Support organizations working to combat poverty, corruption, and exploitation. Educate yourself about these issues. Raise awareness among your family and friends. Every little bit helps. Every voice raised makes a difference. Together, we can create a more just and equitable world for all. Section 10. Hope for a more just world. The challenges are immense, but we must never give up hope. The human spirit is resilient. Change is possible. It starts with each of us. By working together, we can make a difference. We can create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. A world free from poverty, corruption, and exploitation. A world where everyone has a seat at the table.